All the men come in these places, and the men are all the same. You don't think of them as human, and you don't ask their name. I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. Just a private dancer, a dancer for money, and any old music we'll do. Gonna make $1 million. Sound familiar? She said, down online, down in old New Orleans, strutting her stuff. She said, hey, hello, Joe. You want to give it a go? Get your, ay, gaga. Get your, ay, Moko soko la kaya. Dio lady mamola. Miss Heidi. Miss Heidi, you brought your black ass back over here. I see in your little rant where you have made a mask over my face like I'm a monster, and your pretend husband Jay Wilson is an angel. I saw your little video, girl, so I'm going to react to it. I'm going to react to the things that you said. Now we're going to forget the fact that you put my name in your title on yesterday, and my reaction was of that. I was simply reminding you of where you came from and why you left. So now I want to go over your little video and we're going to discuss it, right? I see the primary thing is you want to call me a meth head, right? And you think that's going to humiliate me and embarrass me. If it was going to humiliate me and embarrass me, one thing, I wouldn't have done it for 17 years. Secondly, I certainly wouldn't have written a book about it if it was so devastating to me. Let me tell you something, ex-hooker or current, we don't know. Depends on how you want to define your current relationship. Is that still holding? I don't know what it is. But we know who you are, Miss Heidi. You're calling me a meth head? Look at the man sitting next to you, girl. Now, if ever I've seen a man who was familiar with methamphetamine, right? And you yourself, you're calling me a drug addict? Nigga, I ain't did no drugs in 21 years next month. Matter of fact, October be 21 years. 21 years, I have not done any crystal meth. But what about you and your family, right? And why are you living this wild lifestyle still in front of your child, right? You go on and on about the virtues of raising children, and God bless you for that part, honey. But you still want to get online and perform like a cheap hooker, right? So I'm going to listen to some of the things you say about me being a meth head. And I want to see how that compares to your lifestyle right now, right? You took offense at me mentioning your mama, yet you have no problem calling my mama a hoe and a punching bag and all this kind of shit, right? You told me that my mama, well, your mama got beat up. Your mama, you didn't defend your mom. I was 6 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday, right? I remember the trauma. 6 years old. What exactly was I supposed to do to this man, Heidi Fly Monster? Was I supposed to start biting his ankles? Because I couldn't even reach past his knees. What would I do there? Kick him in his knees, girl? Right? You have a lot of shit to say, Miss Heidi Fly, for someone from your dubious background. You said your mama never got beat. That's unusual. Every crackhead woman I ever know has certainly come across ignorant, stupid motherfuckers, girl. Particularly if you're in the business, if you're in the fleshly business, girl. Do you know what you know? Well, certainly you know what hoes go through, particularly when they're strung out on rock. You saying that your mama was not a hoe? Is that what you're saying? How in the hell did she survive for all them years as a crackhead without turning tricks? And how would you be so comfortable turning tricks as a teenager if it was not something familiar to your home? But we ain't going to be unfair. We're going to listen to what you have to say, right? And then I'm going to react to it. How's that, Miss Heidi Ho? You had a whole lot of shit to say about the old man in San Francisco. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, people. Hold on 1 minute. Let me see. Now, where would I find her? Over in subscriptions. Okay. She has me up there with a monster. Okay. She said, Jay Wilson is anointed and I'm a meth head. Okay. Waiting on a chance to just come at you. Heidi Fly Monster. Miss Thing, I have not even, the thought of Heidi Fly Monster has not even crossed my mind. You have an exaggerated opinion of yourself, of your self-worth and your self-value. You're not shit. That's why you ran away, girl. You're nothing. I'm not sitting here waiting for a chance to go off on no damn Heidi Fly, right? You don't rank that high. You did. Bless your heart. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Mhm. What is the age of the average trick, Miss Heidi Fly? When you swinging on that pole and revealing your lady parts to all of these strangers in a club for $1 bills, I'm asking you, what is the age of those people? Are 20, 30, 40-year-old people actually going in there giving you money? They don't really frequent prostitutes the way old men do, right? So I would suggest that you're not unfamiliar with old people. So now that you have lassoed one of them, you have lassoed a trick to take care of you. Now you want to go off on old people, but old people are the one who supported your whole 20s and 30s, girl. And now you time to let it go. Come on, come on, give me some more. Mhm. Mhm. I'm so scared. Uh-uh. Cookie Snatcher. It is. That's in your mind, Miss Heidi. I ain't saying no about no beating nobody. Anybody who knows me from the streets will tell you that Timothy Blaine was always a decent person. I don't put my hands on people. If need be, I will employ the people who would take care of that kind of business. But I'm not the kind, Heidi Fly Monster. I know you dealt with a lot of them who slapped the shit out of somebody because they owed them $2 or $3, girl. No, that was never in my book. You should read. Reading is fundamental, girl, before you come and try to read somebody instead of making up stories, girl. So that was never my trip. I was never a robber. That's not to say that robbers are all bad, all going to hell. What I'm saying is that was never my hustle, girl. I was never an abusive person, right? Not physically abusive, right? You do something to me in my face, I have a right to defend myself. And that was the case every single time, girl. So you're wrong again, but you're used to dealing with pimps, drug dealers, and D-boys, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're a lady. Fi- Howdy, Fly Monster. If you don't want to convince these people that you're a changed woman, behold, all things have become new. You got to stop talking like a hoe. I go, why are you talking about people's dicks like that, girl? Like you've had several of them in your mouth. You describing which ones are wrinkled. He goes on in this thing. She describes the uncut versus the cut, and just I mean, come on, Miss Heidi, right? You want to be Heidi Ho, or do you want to be a lady? I want to treat you like a lady, so affectionately. I want to treat you like a lady so you can see. You know what I mean? I'm going to love you like a woman. Come on, girl. And speed it up a little bit. Mhm. They pussy or they dick? Mhm. Girl, my old nobody wants to fuck my old decrepit ass. Let's pick it up there. As I've said many times on here, I am 64 years old. The last time I did drugs, and then my sex life was definitely tied to my drug life, right? I kind of left it all alone at the same time. That would be 20 years ago. So these are the facts. 20 years ago, I would have been 44 years old when I stopped, right? So why would nobody want my decrepit ass dick? That means I started at 28. I assume I'd still be desirable, right? All to my 28th, all to my 30s, and into the middle of my 40s. I mean, how old I be? 44. Yeah. You said nobody wanted my old decrepit dick. But let's continue with the penises, lady. Mhm. You're my lady. Mhm. Are you even going to make mention of the fact that you put me in your title? I mean, is that are you even going to mention it in passing? That's what I'm going to. How did I fail as an author, girl? An author, all the word author means is that you have published. When you publish the book, whether you publish through traditional publishers or you publish to your self-publishing or you are independent contractors, however you publish, you are published. That makes you an author. Before you publish, that makes you a writer. You can't take that away, girl. You can't take it away. You can't put the genie back in the bottle, bitch. So if I sold 10,000 copies or 10 copies, when I published the book, I became an author. It's not a failure to me because I've completed my stories. I've told my stories, girl. So how are you defining what a failed author is, girl? Tell me more, since you're so knowledgeable about authoring and things. Uh, How were they wasted, girl? You should understand this better than anybody, Miss Thing. How was all those years wasted on meth, right? All I did was party. I partied like it was 1999. All through my 20s, my 30s. I have no children. I am not married. So I did what I wanted to do. I had a ball, girl. Like you people keep doing, and your illustrious leader, Jay Wilson, seems to think that somebody's in some kind of race or something that they want to accomplish. You want to determine what their hopes and dreams are. No, at that time, I wanted to be irresponsible. At that time, I wanted to be extraordinarily sexual. At that time, I didn't like crystal meth. Nigga, I loved crystal meth, right? I was having the time of my life. Unfortunately, there's a price to pay for having the time of your life, right? And I paid the cost. I paid the cost to be the boss. Simple as that, girl, right? And you don't get to determine what my success is because I don't see any success over there with you. I see a retired hooker who has got herself a trick. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if this boy was a trick because when he appeared on that television show, which I saw on Deanna's page today, he looked like he might have had some pimping in him, right? Because you were dressed up like a hooker and he was dressed up like a pimp. He was the one with long hair flowing down with the super cut, right? I'm your mama. I'm your daddy. I'm that white nigga in the alley. I'm your doctor when you need Want some coke? Have some weed. He looked like he had a little player in him, girl. So maybe I got it all wrong. Josh was not an old man in the club looking at your pussy. You said he did. You had finished stripping when that. So you are a retired hoe now. All you got left is the streets. You can't type, right? You can't file. You have no skills. You are a pole dancer. And when you stopped pole dancing, you didn't have a lot of options, girl. I can respect it. I'm from the game myself. I can respect it, girl. But don't come on here with this bullshit like you kind of say that my life was such a waste. No, my life was not a waste. You know what? I cherish the times that I lived my life as a young person. It was a lot of fun, honey. All these dicks and these assholes, I really enjoyed it. You have a misconception because you always, like your illustrious leader, got your nose in somebody else's ass. Let's hear some more. Please. We're going to have to speed up. And another thing, Miss Heidi, why do you have to have a half hour worth of commercials before you start talking, girl? That is so annoying. An introduction shouldn't go no more than 1 or 2 minutes, girl. After the third minute, I'm not interested anymore. So maybe you ought to consider that. You got the AdSense commercials, then you got your own commercials, girl. So basically, you talk for 10 minutes and then you rob us of our time for another 45 minutes, right? So consider that, girl. What would I do with him? I mean, what would I do with him? I want to sit at the desk. I'm working. I'm working. What the fuck? Why would I want to do that, girl? A single man living in San Francisco. Do you really believe that that was my dreams, my hopes and dreams, girl? I'm doing what I want to do, girl. I like to write. I'm writing. I like to do YouTube. I'm doing YouTube, girl. Whatever I'm doing, this is what I choose to do. All of my bills are paid, girl. There is no struggle here at all. So I don't know what you think. You want those years back? You sound like a carbon copy of Jay Wilson. She takes it right out of his mouth. That's why I know you're used to dealing with pimps. You need a pimp, Heidi Fly Monster. I don't know if Josh knows how to put that pimp hand down, but that's what you're longing for. You want to follow somebody. So don't let me hear you about you taking Josh's money and sending it to Jay Wilson. Right? Because hoes have a desire to put people on. Right. Emphasis on fucked. I lived the gay life, girl. I fucked I fucked my life up, right? That's true. You're right about the fucking part. Come on, girl. Now you're gonna tell me that what's my relationship to women? Mhm. Okay. Okay. So I'm reviewing her review of my video. Uh-huh. Let me turn the microphone around. You prayed about it. Wait a minute. The righteous prayers of a reformed hope. You're right. I've seen it many times, girl. When y'all come off that track, girl, y'all be holy, honey. Fall out on the goddamn floor. Yes, honey. The righteous prayers of a reformed hope. Strong and powerful. Why are you bringing God into this bullshit, girl? And stop saying I'm old. Mhm, mhm, mhm. You are very good. I like those stiletto hair. Mhm, mhm. Wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. You want to talk about fake teeth, girl? How they fly? Beginning with the top of your head. The hair is fake, right? All of your lashes and all that shit, that's all fake, right? Your breast your God gave you breast. It's all fake. You have hard plates in in your titties, right? I don't haven't seen your ass, but I could guess that it's probably fake as well. Everything about you is fake, Heidi Fly Monster. Your name is fake. It's stolen from Heidi Fleiss, right? You stole your name. Your music is copy of other people's music, girl. Everything is fake. You say Fly Uchi. Isn't that a play on Gucci? So now you've taken the Gucci name as well, right? Your fashions are what you present as fashions. That's all copied from someone else's work, right? So everything you do is fake. I don't think you need to be worrying about no fake teeth. But considering the condition that you come on here sometimes, I would imagine that you're on your way as well, girl. And I don't think you're all that much younger than me. Maybe you're approaching 50 or somewhere around 50. That's only 10 years, girl. Right? And you know, it's hard on a woman, honey. Honey, you gotta have to step up your game, Miss Heidi. You still trying to dress like you 22, 23, 24, right? But it doesn't look good on the old woman. And you are an old woman. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit, people, so I can get I can't go through this whole she's on here 46 minutes. Of course, 30 minutes of it is commercial. Let me go ahead a little bit. Wait a minute. Let's talk about the irrelevant old shitty mans. Those tricks you were turning. Were all of them bathed? I mean, it was really a cash deal, right? So before they put these various kinds of penises in you, how could you confirm that they were not only were they disease free, but were they even clean? Were they stopping by the strip club on the way home? Was there a back room? Usually, up you have an upstairs or you have a back room at the strip club, right? For those private dancing, dancing for money. Do what you want me to do. I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money, and any old music will do. Gonna make $1 million. I can't get very far with this thing, can I? I love chicks with dicks. You see, Heidi, you mess up the reading when you go into these strange ass stories of your girls and these lies. I have never been with a transgender woman in my life, girl. I have no desire for even a feminine man. My men look like men, girl. Regular men. I'm just attracted to dudes. It's called gay. It's male attraction to other males, girl. Now I ain't got nothing against my sisters. I've had friends who have been transgender. I don't have the kind of prejudice you have because you feel like you were in competition with everything feminine, right? But I don't have that, girl. And I've never been attracted to a transgender person. So why are you saying that I'm attracted to a chick with a dick? What would I do with the dick, girl? Huh? Mm-hmm. First of all, I don't praise no thing living, no person living. I respect her because she's a respectful person. Now, for you to invoke her name like you can invoke my name in your title yesterday, that means you are not a respectful person. So you do not deserve respect. But why are you bringing T.S. Madison into the play, girl? Are you jealous of T.S. Madison as well? You say, well, T.S. Madison had big titties. Y'all don't bother her. It is not my job or my assignment to bother her. I'm going for the woman who disrespects me. You have not apologized. You have a picture up here of this old 90, 100-year-old white man. You have put his face on my head and you're saying that's me, but I'm supposed to respect you, girl. You better respect me. You better, right. Shout out Kaya. Mhm. Ooh, So it sounds like you have a problem with transgender women, because the transgender women have absolutely nothing to do with this conversation. Just like my name had absolutely nothing to do with your video on yesterday. My point is, you're a very disrespectful person. And I can tell by this, you do indeed have a problem with transgender people, because why are you putting titties on my back? And they don't have anything to do with this, girl. This is something that sits on the inside. On the inside, you hate transgenders. Mm, 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 mm. A felon. Why do you have now a problem with felons, a Heidi Fly Monster? Didn't you marry a pimp? Didn't you marry a man with multiple counts of pimping and pandering? Can we assume this man spent quite a bit of time in jail for pimping hoes? Heidi Fly Monster, you were raised in a house with nothing but pimps, players, strippers, D-boys, drug dealers, however you want to name them, girl. You have got an extensive history in the community, and not the gay community, not the heterosexual community, but the street community. You're well heeled, girl, right? That's why you want to tear them boots off and attack Miss what's that broad name? Uh I'll be damned. Nicole Tyler. That's some street shit, girl. Let me say hello to my darling. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, I've been on today already. Oh, hold on. Who is this? Thank you, Shell Whitfield. I don't know what's going on because I haven't paid attention, but sending this to show a little love. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the love, Shell Whitfield. Mhm. We got to go back over here with Miss Heidi. Miss Heidi apparently has decided she wants to come back to the beef sector because all of her videos rarely clear 500 views in these other sectors she's made herself a part of. These mukbangs and these entertainment sectors, they're not working for her. The only success she has over there in entertainment section is when she reviews baddies. And you want to know why you got 38,000 views on one video and then went immediately back to 300? I'll tell you why, Heidi Fly Monster. Because the story is about hookers, pole dancers, right? It's about strip club dancers, correct? It's about hoes beating the shit out of each other, right? It's about hoes flying across the table, girl, to kill each other, right? Because this is what you're familiar with. So people say, listen, I want to get the story from the horse's mouth. Heidi Ho is a real hoe, and she knows exactly what's going on here. And Heidi Ho can tell them what goes on behind the scenes. Heidi Ho can say, oh no, she would never say that about her man. You would never even look at her man. And she knows everything about hoeing, about drugging. She knows it all, honey, because that is her life. And that's the only reason people clicked in there to see you, girl, because most people are not entertained by just women just punching each other in the face. Mm-hmm. Tales of a high girl. Hi, tales of a high girl. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Deandra Jamerson. C. Tyson. How y'all doing? Mm-hmm. Bitching in the kitchen. Excuse me. Baby, I'm bitching in the kitchen. Leave me alone. Uh-huh. LA Fabulous. Mm-hmm. How y'all doing? Cheryl Burnett. But this girl seems to want because she digs deep, right? Now, granted, I was a little mean to the broad because I couldn't understand why she had me looking at this video for an hour and a half, and she put my name in the title and called me Dusty, and I'm always old and I'm wrinkled up. Now she got my face on here. She got an old man's face on my face, like I'm so goddamn old and decrepit, right? So I have to give her what she gives me. So hopefully she's not using me for her comeback to the beef sector. She said, because I think what happened was she would occasionally show up over on Jay Wilson's page because he would tell her those titties look real, right? Oh, Heidi Pratt, like he's interested in titties, right? But she's so easily played. That's why she ended up in under the power of pimps, right? She went over there. They started talking about the memories of the beef sector 2 years ago, right? Him, her, and Shelly. They're talking about what happened here, what happened there, what happened in Atlanta. And I got to say about Atlanta, honey, there's a lot of good content came out of this situation with Atlanta. They start talking about it and talking about it, right? Bringing up other stuff, and then all of a sudden she started getting, I miss the beef sector. I miss the beef sector. So you want to bring your stinking ass over here, and you think you're gonna just jump back into the fray, right? Because you ran away for a reason, girl. You ran away because people were coming too hard at you about your past, right? Because there's still shame, disgrace attached to your past. You see how your meth monster don't bother me, girl. It don't have no power over me at all. Nothing, right? It is in my past, girl. And I don't have a problem telling you it wasn't all that bad, bitch. It wasn't all that bad, girl. I had my sack. I was a businessman, girl. So whatever you did for a living, if you worked into secretarial pool or you were a maid or whatever the fuck you did, girl, it is done. This thing. Now all you got is your memory. So at least I have some. There was some exciting times out there, bitch. Oh, he called me a bitch. They said, girl, okay, we're going to compare how many times you called him a bitch to how many times he called you a bitch. And we'll see who's the greater bitch, right? Let's continue, Miss Heidi. I want to speed you up a little bit because you talk about the trash. Oh, hold on. And I'm not really getting to the heart of it. Girl, I might care about your drug addict mother. I don't even know. I wouldn't even know you had a mother, girl, until you came on here talking about you were turning tricks to buy your mother a crack. How in the fuck would I know anything about that girl? You brought it up. You brought it here, honey. You are proud. I got my mama her crack. I got my mama her crack. You don't say what crack you used to get her crack, girl. But you apparently were proud of that, Miss Thing. Just like you want to bring up my book and you want to keep calling me a meth head and all this shit. Why in the hell does the same shit apply to you then, girl? Let's talk about what you brought up. It's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Let's speed up a little. Mm. Wait a minute. Just call me a bitch. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Oh, bastard. Mhm. Thank you. I will. Good for the reading. I can sing. Ah, Jay Wilson can sing. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Uh, yeah, a piece of what? Well, what did I have? I don't have a piece of Heidi Fly Monster. Do you think that Josh is going to continue to want to pump your old ass, girl? Josh is sneaking out on you, girl. He's stopping by on the way from work, and he's getting some real pussy, honey. Because obviously, for hook up with a woman like you, I mean, he looks like an average kind of white guy. To hook up with an obvious hooker, girl, he must enjoy the company of hookers, girl. That's got to be his type. Now, who in the hell wants an old hooker when they can get all this young tail out there, girl? Obviously, the man is looking other. Bet he got a chick on the side. Chick, I know he got it. He got another lover. I know he got another lover. He got one hiding, and he's hiding, and he's hiding from you. Excuse me. Well, what difference would it make? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You said I got crusty, old, worn out sperm backed up into my scrotum, right? But what you're missing out on, Heidi, when you're a prostitute, it doesn't matter. No one's asking a prostitute about their dick or their sperm or anything, right? He tells you what to do. Open your legs and let me put it in you, right? That's just it. It's all about money. It's all about a few dollars, girl. And so we don't know what you're doing now, but back in the day, girl, it was probably 40, $50, whatever. Somebody, some strange old fat man, ugly, whatever, girl, just get on you and do his business, right? So I have a hard time. Wait a minute. I have a hard time respecting you, Heidi Fly Monster, if you still talking like a hoe. Mhm, mm. Come on, girl. Only game you know is woo! Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I thought you weren't supposed to talk about mamas, girl. Make up your mind. So my mama's old. I'm 64. How in the hell would my mama be young, honey? Right? You want to really talk about mamas, Heidi Fly Monster? After you done gave us the 411 on your own goddamn mama, right? And since you're so sensitive about your mama, we can only ascertain that there's still issues in the home, right? What are you doing with that money that little extra that Josh is giving you as an allowance, girl? Are you still stinking over there taking care of mama? Right? Some things never change. Another bitch. God damn, bitch. I'm- Girl, she got me in the field. Mm. Come on, let's go up a little bit further. Mm. Mm. This is for y'all. Mm. Ah! Wait a minute. We gotta stop there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did y'all catch that? She just read all of y'all. Girl, she read all of the subscribers, honey. She said all of you bitches is gonna bow down. Every goddamn one of you, right? God has prepared a table for her in the presence of all you bitches. That is her words and not mine. How y'all doing tonight? It's Friday night, baby. Friday night. Just got paid. Mm. I love when you break out and singing. Uh-huh. She like my singing too. She playing my singing. But your equipment, that's another issue, Miss Heidi Fly Monster. Get you some better equipment, girl. When you're playing my voice, I can barely hear it, girl. I want to hear the reads, honey. You can't do no reaction if your damn equipment don't work worth of shit. Go in there and wake Josh up and say, well, we got another expense, baby. We got it. Damn, ain't you sold no t-shirts yet, bitch? You at work listening? Who was that at work listening? Uh-huh. I am Mrs. Red. Hi, I'm Miss Red. Hi, Miss Tracy. You everywhere. Poor Tracy. Tracy has to go everywhere, but she can't say nothing, girl. Because the spies is everywhere, honey. That's right. I don't mind. I go everywhere too, Tracy. I'm in everywhere, honey. That's where we get our materials. Mhm. She's still at it. Girl, I guess she want to come back over here. She want to bring her ass back over here. She won't call my mama. Don't you call my mama old? Yes, she is 81 years old, girl. Is your mama gonna make it to 81? Come on, girl. You know you concerned, honey. You are concerned that mama will even make it out of the rehab this time. She just read all of the subscribers. She said God has prepared a place for her in the presence of all of you, her words, bitches. Mm. Woo. Ah. Mhm. Mm. Spoken like a true hoe. This is what the hoes do. They, after the pimp done beat their ass and throw them back on the street corner, they running over, the heels are running over to the left. They're leaning up against the wall because he's going to use it for everything he can get out of her. They will still be up there defending the pimp. Why are you talking about Jay Wilson like that? Yeah, he got a diamond in the back and a sunroof top. He just digging the scene with the gangster white walls on his car. Gangster white walls on his car. Spoken like a true hoe. Mhm. Yes, girl. Let him be great, girl. Get him a 4,000 carat diamond on his hand, girl, so he can be with the other players and the pimps. And I can be in the back. I can be in the back, showing my titties all out. Old men digging all up in my breast and all that, digging all up in my ass and all that. It's for him. It's for daddy. Oh, daddy look good. Look at daddy. Look at daddy clothes. Daddy looking good. Girl, you got runs in your pantyhose, this thing. He won't even spend $3 on your ass. And this is what you're used to. So you need you a Jay Wilson, girl. You need a now you want to switch over and come on over here, right? Because I'm beginning to think that you might be slipping some of Josh's money to Jay Wilson, right? Because he's always money hungry, right? Impress him would be like Vivian, who kisses his ass and does all of his dirty, all of his business and gives all the money to him. You would be hoe number two. So you got to knock Vivian out the way, girl, so you could be the number one hoe. That means you would probably be giving him money because that's what he understands, girl. He's low life trailer trash, and you a low life hoe. And then you sending Jay Wilson your money because this is your online pimp. Because Josh is just not giving you that feeling you used to get from your pimp, honey. You used to get that when you get girl, when you get that, excuse me. We he ain't gonna be great. Yeah, yes. Woo. Yeah, take that one. Yeah, yes. Yay! Yes, yeah, with the pimp. Yes, yes, bitches out here working. Yes, yes, yes. Woo, daddy need a new pair of shoes with that one, girl. Mm-mm. Dark is the night and the moon shining bright. This cat from the slum had a mind that wasn't dumb. Can't be like the rest is the most to confess, but the time is running out and there's no happiness. Oh, Heidi fly. Wow. You gonna make perfection by and by. Heidi fly, you still sound like a hoe. And Jay Wilson is one piss pitiful pimp, girl. He ain't never gonna put it in you, girl. So you might as well leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. God can handle it better than you can. Mhm. Woo! Who you need? Mhm. Why? Why, girl? Mm, mm. Heidi, why do you keep calling yourself a hoe? Hate that hoe. Hate that hoe. Hate that hoe. Hate that hoe. Heidi, come out from among them, girl. You are no longer a prostitute, girl. You are no longer a hoe. Stop referring to yourself as a hoe. Stop dressing like a hoe. Go and get you a titty reduction so that your titties don't look like a prostitute, girl. Right? And even if you leave the titties in for a few more years before they start corrupting in your body, girl, cover up a little bit more, Miss Heidi. You're a mother. I mean, you have responsibilities, girl. You're somebody's wife. You don't go out looking. I've seen you and Josh out in the restaurant, girl, and I'm thinking, how is this little country white boy with this obviously prostitute? I mean, or you have the appearance of a prostitute, girl. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. Right? Come out from among them, Heidi Fly Monster. Since God has prepared a table for you in the presence of all these subscribers, girl, don't sit down at God's table looking like a goddamn floozy, girl. We almost finished, people. I want to hear a little. I ain't heard this before. I'm just. Well, why are you over here? Ah, uh. Oh, yeah. Mm, yeah. No, girl. Uh, You said it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Miss Heidi Fly, you can't keep changing your story, girl. How you gonna defend not being old when you are the one who brought the story of your escapades to YouTube? You can't take that back, girl. You can't say that your mama was a crackhead until somebody calls your mama a crackhead, and then all of a sudden she's not a crackhead. Girl, come on with that bullshit. And I really want to get into what are you using right now? What are you and Josh using right now, Heidi Fly Monster? Because a lot of times you do appear to be high, right? Now, if you are an addict, you ain't got no business smoking no weed. You ain't got no business drinking no wine. You ain't got no business drinking no Cavassier. You ain't got no business taking no uppers, no downers. Heidi Fly Monster. Who do you think you're talking to, girl? You think I don't know a junkie when I see one, girl? Right? I ain't talking about in the old days. I'm talking about right now. What are you doing right now? Mm, mm. What is the price you pay, Heidi, to be taken care of by the boss? Tell me, please. Tell me what is the price that you pay? Is it humiliation? Is the man making you do ungodly things? Things he would never ask his wife to do. Is that what they do? Because the tradition is this is the reason why married men pick up prostitutes. One, because they can get somebody younger and more desirable than a woman they've been with for 30 years. But the other thing is, I forgot what the other thing was. What the hell? Oh, because they can pursue their most strange desires, right? You can do with the woman on the pole things that you would never dream of doing with your wife. Your wife might leave your ass if you try to even ask her to do those things. These things include, I won't even say it. It's too nasty. It's too nasty, girl. Mm, mm. Oh, leave you. Uh-huh. Mm. You treated good, right? I want you to be pimped out by Jay Wilson. What? Well, I can deal with a lot of stuff, Miss Heidi. Miss Heidi, I can deal with a whole lot of stuff, girl, but I'm not gonna accept that. How in the hell you gonna tell me that your titties ain't hard, girl? These are where your titties are. Actually, they turned. I mean, Heidi Fly, you got them pushed up, and your dress is down here, girl. So we can see the plate of silicone, girl. You didn't do it right, Miss Thing. Right? You can't tell me that's not a hard titty, Miss Thing. Nobody want to suck that shit. You go to sucking on that, you probably get powder out, girl. So I can't accept that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mhm. Mhm. It was old. I did. Wait a minute. So after I had these raggedy clothes on in Atlanta, Georgia, what did I do? Did I throw the old raggedy clothes all into the trash can? Because whatever I wear on YouTube on a daily basis is my clothing. It's typical for California casual, right? It's no big deal about my clothing, right? But I'm trying to figure out how you motherfuckers and talking about I got on raggedy shoes and raggedy pants and raggedy belts and raggedy shirts. Why would I put on raggedy shit when obviously I have regular clothes, girl? Right? See, that's what I mean about the lie. It is the lies. It is the lies. When you want to try to read somebody, girl, you stick with the facts, or you're not reading them. You're just making noise. Yes, girl. Uh, so, uh-uh, right. The brothers of love. How to fly. Do I have to teach you how to read somebody, girl? To make up some bullshit about me sitting over here with Sean Bradley and Jay Wilson about the brothers of love, girl. I don't even talk that way, girl. Don't you understand that your reads have no power because they don't, no one knows if they're true or not. You know, there's always this mystery. Is she just making shit up? And then when you're proven to be lie after lie after lie, girl, that's not reading someone. You can't read, Miss Heidi Fly. That's why they ran your punk ass off the beef sector the last time, girl. You got scared and you ran. You got tired of people reading your punk ass, girl, because you were a disrespectful woman. So why don't you just accept that you were on Jay Wilson's page earlier this week? You got the longing for the beef sector, and you decided to bring your punk ass over here, girl. You went for Deanna Irving, and then you were attempting to go for me, but you were so high up, girl, that you had forgot that you were supposed to be reading me, girl. And now you come on with this goddamn this long video of yours, 45 minutes. You got my face in a mask, Miss Thing, like I'm old and ugly. What I'm suggesting to you is that is what a trick looks like. This picture you have on here, this 90, 100-year-old man, that's you. Are you going to tell me that if that man walked into the club where you were dancing on the pole, spreading your thing, showing your titties and your pussy, you mean to tell me if that man whipped out a 50, 50, you wouldn't get down there and suck his asshole? Don't glamorize prostitution, girl. I know what it is. Miss Thing, he would put that old, crusty, wrinkled up dick right up your asshole. It is what a prostitute is, right? Old, old, old. I can see him pumping you right now. Y'all got to go over there and see that damn this mask she done put on my face, girl. Talking about somebody old, girl. What else? What do hoes fuck? Mm, 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 mm. Ah! Howdy, Fly Monster. Girl, I can't make it but 1 minute before I have to make another comment. Gay. Now I don't have to go through this bullshit where Jay Wilson, where I gotta say I'm saved in the loving, I'm saved in the loving. Then he go on Grinder and get some stranger to come in there pumping his asshole, and that's loving. What love got to do with it? What's love when you spend your time on Grinder? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a dick will do better? Oh. Same gender loving. She said, I want Jay Wilson. What the hell would I do with him, girl? The only way I would want to be with somebody like Jay Wilson is that I could exercise my fantasy. I got my S&M fantasy. I would love to beat the shit out of somebody, girl. Then if you want to do that, girl, and he said, "Oh, I guess I take my clothes. We don't have to take our clothes." I said, "No, you ain't got to do none of that, honey. I just take the goddamn razor strap. Bam, bitch! Put your ass on the ground." Oh, oh, yes, daddy. Yeah. You don't know what these freaky, stupid motherfuckers do, girl. And them church queens are the worst ones, honey. I could tell you stories that will curl your toes, ladies. Mm. Monique. Get your ass down, ho. Howdy ho. You say I'm an old white supremacist girl. You laid up in the bed. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Mhm. Trailer. Wait a minute. 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 Your illustrious online pimp is the one that lives in the trailer, girl. You say, I'm not your pimp. Your husband is the one from the trailer. Don't even mention trailer parks, girl. Don't even mention the abject poverty from which your pimp crawled out of, girl. What you sleeping with? You didn't bump up to him. You married him. Mm, the three-letter word. What's the three-letter word, girl? Listen, let me tell you something, bitch. I was diagnosed with HIV at 28 years old. I am now 64 years old. I have yet to feel the sickness associated with HIV/AIDS. Nigga, if I died tonight, bitch, I am still a success as far as HIV goes, girl. I've survived a war, Miss Thing. So when you think you're reading me, you got the three letters, and you can't even walk out your goddamn front door without a mask on, bitch. And people, half a million people done died from this goddamn thing since it started, girl. Worldwide, millions of people done died from COVID right now. And you talking about some shit I contracted in my goddamn middle 20s or my late 20s, girl. And I'm still here. That ain't no read to me, bitch. Miss Thing, that is a celebration, Miss Thing. That is a celebration. I am still here, ho. Is your mama gonna make it? You would never get rid of that. You would never get rid of that damn thing that you been. You will never get rid of them titties. Now, how would they remove them titties, girl? Because as you get older, your body changes and the soft wrinkles come around your chest, girl, which would be natural where your titties would fall, but you got yours propped up, right? What happens as your body continues to change and you got these hard ass bricks on your chest, girl? Aren't they heavy? I mean, aren't they heavy? You're not a big woman, right? Can you even support them damn things, girl? Because you are a brick. Ow! You mighty. You're just letting it all hang out. You are carrying around 2 bricks, Heidi Fly Monster. And I don't give a goddamn. Everybody gets old. Them damn things are gonna look strange when you got an old woman walking around with these straight up things, girl. They're straight up. Oh, we about finished with this bullshit. Your mama wasn't wearing no condoms. Is she wearing condoms? You said she's a crackhead. She's wearing the crackheads wearing condoms, girl. Half the time you don't even remember your goddamn name or where you at. Mm-hmm. You have this pristine background. Come on, girl. How many times did them old men, when they climbed up in your funky ass Heidi Fly, how many of them offered you more money to not use a condom? Let's keep it real, girl. I'm from the streets. How many times, girl, did they say they want to feel the skin and they offered you more money? And you worry about my disease. Bitch, you got to be kidding me. Uh-huh. Girl, shut up. Mm. Send Jay Wilson. Wait a minute. Let's get that part again. This is what she wishes for Timothy Blaine. Hold on a minute. Mm, mm. I don't feel miserable. Well, but they help me. Yes, yes. Hey! Oh, glory. Mm. Woo! Uh, yes, yes. Send Jay Wilson. Send me, Lord. I'll go. Send your pimp Jay Wilson over here to bust me in my goddamn gums. I want to see this girl. I want to, honey, I want to see what a old hole can conjure. Send Jay Wilson to bust me in my gums. That's what I want, girl. Right? That's your illustrious leader. That's the one you sneaking and sending Josh's money to, nigga. Send Jay Wilson. Now everybody can get their ass kicked by somebody, girl. But like I've said many times, I'm not the kind of person that can just accept an ass whooping. I just can't do it, girl. I got so many statues here with weight and girths to them, girl. I would crack your motherfucking skull in, girl. I mean, I just do it on instinct. So I'm saying to you, send Jay Wilson. Since this is the one who you feel is your savior and your salvation, and who you sneak and give money, doctors money to, girl, send Jay Wilson. That's the one I want, girl. And then I'll be fulfilled as a man. If I could just get 5 minutes with your pimp. Here's the climax. Come on. Mm. Woo! Woo! It's that goddamn bang. Bang. Oh, oh, oh. You out there living your life on bang. Girl living crazy. Oh, 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 oh. Mama, come on. We got to go to school. Mama, mama. Please. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to put y'all through that whole shit, girl. I had a good time. Mm-hmm. You are more anointed than an old ass, old pastor. She's in love with Jay Wilson because Jay Wilson told her them titties look good. Girl, that's terrible. How did Fly be in a restaurant? I seen her in a restaurant with her husband, girl. She got on all this shit, these big old fur coats and all this dark shade glasses that cover her whole head, girl. I said, girl, where are you going? Are you going on tour? You're a wife. You're a mother. What are you doing? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish, Heidi Fly? Cover your chestises, girl. Save that for your husband, right? But I think that Josh is more than likely, since he was attracted to a certain kind of woman, he's probably getting his on the side, I would imagine. Honestly. I know men. And I even know straight men, honey. I know how men's is, girl. If you like whores and you like that look that you still try to present, you got more thigh-high boots than you got flats, girl. You're always in thigh-high boots. Them heels you had on was 6-inch stilettos. I said, girl, who is selling pussy in here, girl? There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. Because that's how you have the appearance. If he's attracted to that Heidi Fly, you're not going to be able to fulfill that, man. Who wants to have an old wrinkled up ass woman, girl? He is there when you wake up, right? So he's getting it on the side. And you better hope, since you talking about prayer so much, you better hope he don't find something better, right? Because he can make his money go a lot longer, girl, if he finds somebody who's not so greedy, right? Who don't have to pretend she's a rapper, who don't have to pretend she has a hair products, don't have to pretend she's selling eyelashes, don't have to pretend that she's getting $5,000 a month from YouTube, right? He sees the real deal, girl. And he could do a whole lot better if he found him a new cherry. Strawberry. Mm-hmm. She's trying to get back into the beef sector. Well, I hope I helped her out. If she want to get back, girl. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you the way to go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know everything, but there's something I do know. I know. I've read about the hoes, and now I'm ready to show that you can have. It's going to be hard to catch the next one, Heidi. So you better keep that dude, Josh, real happy, girl. Because catching another one in your 50s and 60s, girl, with the ugly ass titty hard things there, you would have to leave your clothes on. And don't go fucking with your ass. All this Brazilian butt lifts and all this. You're a woman desperately holding on to youth, girl. That's why you got to have great big old glasses, cover your whole head, girl. Because it softens all those wrinkles and those laugh lines and stuff. You can only do so much with that, Heidi. Right? Trade in your whole clothes for a house coat, girl, and be somebody's wife. Mm-hmm. Well, thank God that she did have a child, because the child will center a person, right? It kind of changes things. If it wasn't for her having a child, she'd still be out there on that pole. And ain't nothing sadder than a 50-year-old woman swinging from a pole in a strip club. Mm-mm. You're not able to get into the good clubs at that point, Heidi Fly. You're in there asking people, you want to go dance? Okay, you can dance for what you get. And people are passing out just ones, right? And most people don't want to see that, Heidi. I'm sorry, girl. I know it's painful. I know it's a struggle. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Oh, we done been on here, child. We done went over a whole video. Hi, T. Smith. T. Smith, Miss Baby Lane. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, Deanna Irving. Girl, she asked for it. You give them what they asked for, honey. Got to give the people and give it up. Give the people what they want. She want to drag her lazy ass. Bring your ass back over here, Heidi, and so we can teach you why you left in the first time, girl. Because obviously you're forgetting because you're so high up all the time, girl. You probably don't even remember how bad it got for you. What was that boy? Oh, it just came to me. See how the spirit works? Leon. Leon was the name of her pimp. arrested many times for pimping and pandering. Not only was that her pimp, she was the bottom bitch because she married him. Who in the fuck want to marry a pimp? Thank you, Deanna Irvin, for Cash App, Super Chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, honey. She gonna come over here fucking with you again too, right? Because she's a hard-headed broad, honey. You got to break a hoe down. You got to break their spirit for them to get out there like that. It's happened to her before. So she, girl, you pick one pitiful ass pimp in Jay Wilson, girl. You have no discernment at all, honey. So you hollering about how you praying for this, you praying for people to punch me in the head and all that stuff, girl. You better pray for discernment. Okay, here we are. Okay, my thing jumped. Clear heels. Oh Lord, girl, them stilettos. She got more boots. She got more thigh-high boots. Who the fuck is out there trying to walk in thigh-high boots at 50 years old, girl? You know them ankles be kicking your ass, honey. Yeah, she need a house coat. Girl, be a wife, honey. Learn how to cook. Shit. He's only hanging around until that boy is ready to go to college, if he goes. Right? So she says, I can claim me about 10 more years, girl. But a lot of them don't even make it that long. And then what you got? He's attracted to prostitutes, hookers, and pole dancers. What you got, Heidi? When you're dependent on that man to take care of your ass. Ooh, child. Paulette Waters. Ooh, child. Yeah, pimping ain't easy, but it pays the bills, baby. Jay Wilson is her pimp. She been giving him money, too. We don't see the Cash App, girl. We only see the Super Chat. We don't see the Cash App. She sounds like a woman who needs to be giving a pimp something. Right? She started when she was a teenager, girl. Falling in love with pimps. Falling in love. I can't mix spiritual music with that bullshit, child. You knew Miss Pris 49? Yeah, we come on 3-4 times a week. And I want to thank all you guys for putting up on me on this Friday. I guess there's more tea going on over there with the church people, you know. That's going to be a mess. But we'll follow if we have something to report. Thank y'all for coming in. Enjoy your Friday. But let's hope there's not going to be a murderous Friday. Your dreams are ticket out. What the hell? Good night, everybody. See y'all later.